Hi guys, this is Jay Nera, and here's a video of me doing some light front squats. I'm just coming to the end of my off season. I'm 16 weeks out for my next competition, which is Raw Unity Meet 7, also known as RUM. It's going to be a great meet. It's a champion of champions meet. There's going to be some really big weights moved there by some really strong guys, and I'm excited and motivated to be competing in it again. So when I'm in the off season, my main focus is in getting over any major injuries that I have. I want to make sure I have a strong foundation, so I usually lift moderately heavy weights or lighter weights with a lot of volume, and I just want to get into my competition prep phase with a good foundation underneath me and a healthy body to push me forward. Unfortunately, I do have a little bit of an injury. My wrist flexor is causing me problems, so wrist stability and grip have been an issue. The back squat and the deadlift, I've had to avoid them for the last couple weeks. I can still bench press, just not super heavy. To make up for the deadlift or to replace the deadlift in the back squat, I have been doing handless safety bar squats to build up my back, my upper back specifically, and I've been doing more front squats than I normally would. I'm a big advocate of the front squat. I've always loved them. I think they are a staple for any quad dominant squatter. They're very important in building technique and building up the foundation. They force you to use the quads. They're not just more of a quad exercise, they literally force you to use the quads, because the second you try to switch over to the posterior chain, you're just going to drop the bar forward. Anyone who's followed me, who's followed my training log, who's watched me compete or competed against me, has seen me warm up with a front squat whenever I'm back squatting. I have always done this since about 2007. So I always go 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plates, and then it's not until the 4th plate that I do my first back squat. And I find that this just makes me feel very grooved, and it just feels much better to warm up that way to me. It always has. So I haven't back squatted anything less than 405 in almost 7 years. When I front squat, I usually like to work up to a moderately heavy weight. I just go a little bit heavier than what I'm going to be using for my working sets. So you would have seen me go up to 5 plates. I did a really quick single, felt really good, and now I'm backing down to 4 plates. I'm just doing 4 sets of 8. For this workout, I wasn't sure if I was going to do 4 or 5 sets of 8, but I just wanted to get a lot of volume in with a lighter weight. I don't normally do this. Normally I like to do anywhere sets of 2 to 5 reps, 2 being when I'm going a little bit heavier, and then 5 reps when I'm trying to challenge myself. When I'm doing a lot of reps, the real thing is, the real hard part, the limiting factor, is your rack position. Quite often the legs will be strong enough, but you'll lose it. You'll lose it at the top. But like I said, today I'm going a little bit lighter. So this is because I've been doing a lot of front squatting, and when I do too much heavy front squatting, that's when my knees start to hurt a little bit. And that's not because front squatting is bad for your knees. It's because when I go heavy, if I'm not perfect with my technique, I shift onto my toes a little bit, and that's when it gets rough on the knees. So here you see me kind of doing a piston fashion. I only do that when I'm going really light. I never do that when I'm doing any serious weight. So it's kind of me disrespecting the weight, even though I shouldn't be. But yeah, so I really just make sure that I set it up behind my shoulders. So I get my shoulders ahead of the bar. I put it on my collarbone, and right when it's about to choke you, that's the right spot. If it's choking you, you just move it forward 2 millimeters. You get your shoulders ahead of the bar. You lift your elbows up, and you're good to go. So after you walk it out, I just think about standing up tall, keeping my elbows up, my chest up, sitting on my heels, pulling my knees up. Stand up as strong as you can.